and welcome. You are listening to At Home with Ifeno. Here, we'll talk about helping women know and understand their worth, find fulfillment in who they are, and in what they do. Every other week, we'll talk about your identity as a woman, discovering your unique purpose, intentionally raising the next generation, and your influence in homemaking. I am your host, Ifoma Nneka Omoni. Hello, and welcome to At Home with Ifeno today. And I welcome you saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is from wherever you are connecting with us today. Wow, December. The days ran so fast, and we're in the last month of 2023. I think this is a good month to sit down, to take stock. Yes, to ponder. A lot has really happened to all of us this year. We have had our highs, our lows, excitement, surprises, disappointments, losses in different shades. But do you know what? We are here today. We are in the last month of 2023. And I think it's a good time to say, thank God we are alive. Yes, despite whatever you might be going through or what you have gone through, I think it is time to say, thank God I made it to get to this place. And it's not an accident that you are here today on At Home with Ifeno. So I just want to tell you that you should, create that atmosphere that you want. You have that power. Yes. You have the power to create the environment you desire. It begins in your mind. So if you want that quiet, productive, relaxing state, it begins with you. It's in your hands and you can do it. So for pleasure today, I just want you to take your sweet spot where you'll be comfortable and concentrate as we delve into today's focus. It promises to be a rewarding time. And then take your water, your tea, coffee, whatever it is. If you're at home, wow, you are really at home with Ifeno today. And then if you are on your way to your shop, your business center where you transact your business, on your way to work, wherever you are, please, just give us your listening attention. And you'll be glad that you connected with us today to listen to what we have. We have a small message for you, and it will help you as you navigate towards the end of this year and prepare for the new year ahead. Yes. So our topic for today is, does what I do really count? Does what I do really count? Yes. It's a question. It's a question that keeps coming to the minds of many of us, especially we the women. Yes. Whether you run a business, whether you have a 9-to-5 job, whether you are a stay-at-home mom, whether you are a single person, yes, we usually bring these thoughts or this question to our hearts at certain times of our lives. When we think, is our efforts appreciated? Are we being noticed, by what we are doing? So that thought or that question comes to mind. Does what I do really count? And on today's episode, I'm sure by the time you listen, you will be able to answer that question yourself, even as you have asked the question. You'll know whether what you are doing really counts, if you are really putting in the work and the dedication and the time, because nothing just happens by accident. So if you want to be appreciated, if you want to get, the recognition for what you do, then you must put the work, you must be dedicated, you must be committed. Even when nobody is seeing you, you keep doing what you know is the right thing to do. And in no distant time, the rewards will start flowing. So let's get into today's conversation. Does what I do really count? Have you ever felt like your efforts went unnoticed or didn't really matter? Do you feel unfulfilled and unappreciated concerning the efforts you put in your home and your family life? Today's episode has come to energize you, re-energize you. For those of us that have been going and going, sometimes you could get weary, you could be discouraged, but today's episode will re-energize you so that you do not give up and that you bring your best into all you do for your family, for your home, wherever you are. As we go into the conversation, I would just like to say that today's topic is one of the things that inspired me to start At Home with Ifeno podcast. To be very sincere, yes, it's this question that I had burning in my heart some time ago, and I just felt, okay, let me start talking about things that happen back at home. Yes, we might not be on the global stage, we are already on the global stage because many people outside where I reside listen to At Home with Ifeno. But what I'm saying is many people might not, see what you are doing back at home. But At Home with Ifeno is actually inspired to encourage you to know that you don't need to be noticed to be adding value. You don't need to be seen like how every other person is seen. And we are in the era where many people want to be noticed, unfortunately. But I've come to encourage you and to say, yes, in your quiet space, in your seemingly insignificant space, but I think it has to do with the way you see yourself and the way you see what you are doing. So listen and enjoy today's episode. I would like to read from something that I saw as tagged the capable wife. The capable wife. So I'll just read some parts of it, not everything. So the capable wife is a hard worker, strong and industrious. She gets up before daylight to prepare food for her family and to tell her servant women what to do. She brings food from out of the way places as merchant ships do. She keeps herself busy making wool and linen clothes. As long as she lives, she does her husband good and never evil. Her husband puts his confidence in her and he will never be poor. She looks at land and buys it, and with money she has earned, she plants a vineyard. She is a hard worker, strong and industrious. She knows the value of everything she makes and works late into the night. She spins her own thread and weaves her own cloth. She is generous to the poor and needy. She doesn't worry when it rains or snows because her family has warm clothing. She makes wares and clothing of fine purple linen. Yes, her husband is well known, one of the leading citizens. She makes clothes and belts and sells them to merchants. She is strong and respected and not afraid of the future. She is always busy and looks after her family needs. Her children show their appreciation and her husband praises her. Tagged the capable wife. So I don't know if as I read, you saw yourself in that picture. But even if you didn't see yourself, just know that as long as you are putting effort and making a substantial contribution wherever you are, what you do really counts. Many times, the ordinary and mundane is as important as the extraordinary. even though many of us don't see it like that. It is how you see the ordinary and go the extra mile that really brings great value to it, you know. So for many of us that are stay-at-home moms, we just feel that what is really there? You're just washing, doing laundry, cooking, shopping, monitoring the children, you know, going for school activities, and then maybe if you still have nursing children, breastfeeding, taking them for immunization, all, you know, everything that you do back at home might be seen as ordinary. The first question or the first thing that will come to mind, you know, is that, does all this thing that I do, does it really count? I would like to say that for you to win this battle or this question, to answer it correctly, you must fight this battle in your mind. Your mind is the battlefield of your life. Yes, that's where a lot of things go on, and the way you see yourself will determine whether what you are doing is seen as valuable or whether you see it as something that counts. So until you win the battle in your mind, you will never see what you do as valuable, and it flows from how you see yourself. Earlier in my journey as a wife and a mother, I used to wonder if my inputs really counted, you know, if they were really appreciated as I expected. It wasn't as if I was being told that, what are you doing? You're doing nothing, you know, but I just had that feeling. Maybe it was my perception. Like I said, you know, many things going on in your mind. I felt I wasn't seen or appreciated as I desired. I actually felt like jumping out to something else, you know, to get that external validation that I expected and desired. But I realized that all these thoughts and everything, you know, was because I allowed myself to be seen in a certain way. I was allowing what society was saying to play in my mind. And then I got my deliverance. Yes, I call it deliverance. I set myself free from such thoughts, you know, when I decided to see myself through the lens of the one who created me, my Father God. Yes. This is beyond self-esteem. I know many of us talk about self-esteem, self-image, but I call what I began to see myself as God-esteem. I saw God giving me that special touch. I saw him seeing, you know, making me realize I am fearfully and wonderfully made, that I have been created and I was made to preserve posterity. Yes, that I was created to make sure that the next generation, those coming behind, will not be lost. Not that this is my personal experience, you know. I'm just sharing personally how I felt and how this particular topic of does what I really do does it really count, how it played out earlier, and how I've been able to grow and rise above such thought patterns. So I know that there will be people that might not have the same story like mine. You might even be working in a 9-to-5 job and you just feel that back at home, you feel, are you really relevant, even though you're bringing all the cash and everything? You know, we have different ways in seeing fulfillment in life. And as I said earlier, this episode and today's talk is not just about for those that are married. Even if you're not married, we all stay in homes. We stay in a house and we turn that house to a home. So whether you are single, you will get value from listening to today's episode. So I would say, like I said, every one of us, you know, as a woman, as a female, have it in us to turn our houses into homes, because we carry out activities, we carry out routines daily, you know, that the people that reside in those homes, even ourselves, even if you are the only person staying in that home of yours, you're cleaning up, you're cooking, you're tidying, you're shopping. Imagine not doing all those things. You will not be able to stay in that space. You will fall sick. A lot of things will not go well. You won't even be able to go to work because you will not be yourself. So I have come to tell you that if you are putting in that effort, if you are putting in the work, what you do really counts. What you do really, really counts. For something to count, it means that that thing is important. It means that that thing is significant. It means that it matters, no matter how anybody sees it. So, if you feel that what you are doing is not counting, then I think you should take a second look at it. Anything you want to do in life that counts is going to take effort, is going to take work, is going to take dedication. I'll take that again. Anything you want to do in your life, in your journey, and that you want to count, it's going to take work, it's going to take dedication. Dedication is keeping to something to which you are bound by, a duty or by pledge. So it's something that you have loyalty and you have a strong support towards that thing, that task, or that purpose. So for your home, for you to see that what you are doing in your home really counts, then it means that you are going to keep working at it. It means that you are going to be dedicated to that family, that home. It's not going to happen accidentally. Yeah, it's not. Homemaking could be seen by the society as very dull. Nothing special about it. What is there? Especially because of the routine in it. You do it every day. If you are not intentional, maybe in the way you prepare meals, even the meals could get boring. The recipients, the people that eat the food could be getting tired of a particular style of the way you prepare food. So you need to be dedicated. You need to think of new ways, to make it fun and interesting. But no matter how society says or feels about homemaking, it is important to know that homemaking is an important part of our lives. Even if you delegate it to other people, even if you give the responsibilities to people, it is very important. Just imagine waking up one morning, maybe you are a 9-to-5 mom, and the people that work for you, your driver, maybe you don't have your cleaner or your help staying, or even if they help, or just find out that on a particular day, everyone that does something for you is not at home. The driver doesn't come on time, the cleaner is not available, or the cook is not there. How do you think that day is going to turn out? Your entire day has been turned upside down. So just think about it. If those people's services, which helps in homemaking, which helps in doing those routine, boring jobs, if they don't come, you know that your day is not yet made, because the place will be dirty. Even if you quickly have your bath and leave and go, you are going to come back to that same home. So I'm just trying to answer the question that what you do at home is very important. And for you to see the value, you must be dedicated and put the work into it. Even if you have people, you have delegated certain responsibilities, to help you. So this is just to tell you that you need to be your own cheerleader. Yes. You need to be your own cheerleader. And another thing is you need to get your family members involved. Your children should get involved in house chores. When you get your children involved in house chores and how the home is run effectively, they begin to see the effort you as the homemaker is making. They begin to see the effort of even the people you have delegated responsibilities to. They begin to appreciate it more. They begin to, cooperate with you not to make things difficult, to appreciate the effort being done. They will not deliberately do some things because they know, oh, it takes a lot of energy and strength to do certain things. So get them involved. Let them know what it takes, to make sure that the home is up and running. So become your cheerleader. Yes. And I, Ifeno, I'm here to encourage you and to cheer you because I am in a similar path. So how do you now find fulfillment in all you do? When you are asking yourself if what you do really counts. One thing that could help you, in finding fulfillment is that you need to enjoy your journey. Yes. When you wake up every morning, make up your mind that today is a great day and I'm going to enjoy everything I need to do, and I'm going to put in my best, and those around me are going to be grateful that I am around them and I'm contributing to making their lives better. So find pleasure in what you are doing today. Find pleasure now. Don't postpone your enjoyment. Don't postpone your happiness and, enjoying this particular season of life. Our lives are all different and we have different seasons. And for each season that we go through, there are going to be different experiences. So a nursing mother, a mother that just had a baby, cannot be compared to a mother that has a teenager. They are completely in different seasons. So you need to enjoy every season of your life because there are lessons to learn, there are memories to build, there are bonds, to build. And when that season has passed, you can't go back to build those bonds like you should have. So enjoy your journey and know that for you to enjoy your journey, it begins from your mind, how you see yourself and how you see the season you are in. The second thing that will help you in finding fulfillment and seeing that what you are doing really matters is that you should see that you need to take care of yourself. Self-care. Self-care, self-care, self-care for women. Many of us, we work tirelessly. Whether you're a 9-to-5 mom or you're a stay-at-home mom, you will always have to be at home to supervise or to do one or two things. But even at that, you need to take care of yourself. Taking care of yourself is not necessarily that you must travel out or you must go for one very long trip, even though those ones are also important while you can afford them, while the season of your life can give you such opportunities. But even while still at home, if it means you need to, you get your children involved in an activity that will give you time to close your eyes and have, a nap, to rest, to rejuvenate, to restore your strength. Self-care is essential in recognizing that you are giving value in what you do. In my new book, yes, that I just released, titled The Home CEO, 7 Keys to Finding Fulfillment as a Homemaker. I just released it, yes. One of the keys in my book says, take a break. If you want to be fulfilled, and see value in what you do and see that what you do really matters and it counts, you need to take a break. You must take care of yourself in order to take care of your family and your home, because you cannot give what you don't have. If you don't have love, if you don't, appreciate who you are, you cannot extend such love to your family if you are lacking in that kind of, care. So if you don't take a break, you will eventually break down. I learned that lesson very early in my journey. Not that I'm resting as much as I want per se now, but I have learned, things have happened to me. And I know that if I really want to stay here longer and do what God has called me to do, then I must take care of myself. I must know when to stop, because work will always be there. The work will not get it, as you are doing, something else will come up. So you must take a break. Your physical and emotional well-being can be, when it is affected, it can also affect your spirituality. Yes, if you are not well rested, if you are not physically fit, you are not okay, you cannot pray effectively, you know. So the benefits of self-care are so many, they are enormous. But some of them that I'll just highlight here is you have increased energy levels. So there have been times when I take just 15 or 20 minutes nap. It's magical, I tell you. As in, just deliberately shut down. You could even put your phone on silent and just take 15 to 30 minutes sleep. When you wake up, it will just be like, where did this strength come from? You feel refreshed, increased energy level. You cannot take that away. I have experienced it. Another very important benefits of self-care is that you are more productive. I have found out that when I take breaks, I tend to get more creative in my thinking. Ideas come, and you wonder, where has it been? But because you've been working, and you don't take breaks, you find out that your productivity, this is not just for working at home, even in your office. That is why when people are told to go on leave and they don't want to go on leave, especially in the climate where I stay. So you see that many people would rather want to stay back at work, get paid, and still continue working. But taking a break is very important to get better productively. So please, to increase your productivity, take a break, rest, go on that. And you don't need to go too far or to an expensive place. Look for where you can really shut down. And you'll see that by the time you resume and come back to work, you will be better at what you are doing, and you bring about ideas that would push you to a greater level. So taking a break is not selfish, it's for your own good. And then you have a greater sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. Yes, you are not cranky, when you are not well rested. We mothers, we know the children will receive the shout and everything. We will lash them. So please, self-care is very important. It will help you recognize that there is value in what you do and that what you do really matters. When your family turns out well, it brings a sense of fulfillment. Your husband, who you are to help and to support, is doing well. Your children are well behaved, and you just find out that you feel a sense of fulfillment. They are doing well at school, they are well behaved, and you see that your time and investment and what you have been doing over the years, and over time, is not in vain. And beyond even your family, being and doing well, you just see that even your dreams and your personal aspirations are also fulfilled. I would like to remind us again about what I read at the beginning, the capable wife. It says, many women are good wives, but you are the best of them all. So there will be many people that will do different things, but you need to see yourself as one who is actually putting the work, who is dedicated to her home, and you will be seen as the best of them all, particularly from your immediate family, from your spouse, from your children, and from those that you directly influence and have you take care of. Give her credit for all she does. She deserves the respect of everyone. So if you are an intentional and a visionary woman, I said if because I just need to be very sincere. Many of us are not making good use of our time. I'm not here to judge anyone, but I just want to say it's conditional. It is what you put in that you will get out. Yes. It doesn't happen just like a straight road. No, there will be hiccups. There will be discouraging times. I am not here to tell you that I've not been discouraged. No, not at all. But the grass is green where you pay attention to. So when you have those discouraging thoughts, self-doubts, things making you feel that you are not appreciated, stand up and, like I said earlier, be your own cheerleader. So be intentional and visionary as a woman, as a wife, as a mother, and for sure you will know that as you do your part, and everything you invest into your family and home, you will see that it will count. It will truly count. So I'll just like to maybe give a little more details concerning my book. Like I said, I just released a new book titled The Home CEO, 7 Keys to Finding Fulfillment as a Homemaker. It's available on Amazon and Selar. Yes, and I'll drop the links where you can just click and make your purchase. It's a book I see as one for everyone, even if you are not a stay-at-home mom. It's a book for every female, whether you are married, whether you're not married, an empty nester. It makes you appreciate the nurturing power, capacity that we all as females have been given. We have been given that capacity to nurture. So it's not just about having children or being married. Even as a single person, your home can be one that people look forward to coming, because you've built an atmosphere that is inviting. You've inculcated certain values and virtues that makes people just feel at home, and it's something unique, and the world really needs it, because we are in times when people are so hostile. People, are keeping to themselves and isolating themselves, which is not healthy. So that book is, it's a small book, but it's a book that even me, the author of the book, I keep going back to it over and over again. It also has reflective questions that could help you navigate your path and journey as a homemaker. So please click on the link as I drop the link in my show notes, and get your copy. You'll be glad you did. And before we close, I also say please follow us on Instagram at ifeno17. On Facebook, we are at Ifoma Nekaomoni. You could also send us a mail, athomewithifeno@gmail.com. Send us a mail. Maybe you have questions, concerns, or maybe topics that you would like us to treat on, things that have to do with family, that have to do with the woman or our identity, looking at it through the lens of our Creator, because He is the one that made us, and we cannot know who we truly are outside of Him. And so, in closing, I would just like to say, for you to answer the question, does what I do count? The first thing I will say again is, win the battle in your mind. See value in who you are and in what you do, and then bring to your home, whether you are single, married, with or without children in your home, bring your very best. Homemaking, like I said, is intrinsic in us as women. It's wired in us, because God has given us that nurturing ability and capacity. So let's win the battle in our mind. Let's not be distracted by what society or what expectations outside of God are saying. Let's look to Him who created us, get our value from Him, get our validations from Him, and be the very best in all that we do back at home. And then secondly, I would say, you can only give what you have. So take care of yourself. Self-care is not selfish. You can only take care of those around you when you have also taken care of yourself. It's not selfish, but the truth is that if you don't have that capacity to love, to care, after you have taken care of yourself, you can't give it out. So you need to make sure that you are not lacking in taking good care of yourself. And it's not about expensive things. It's about being mindful. It's about taking breaks. It's about, rejuvenating by taking it slow when you need to, so that you don't burn out. And the third thing I would say is attitude. Attitude, your attitude will determine your altitude. There's a saying like that. Your attitude is everything. Interestingly, I found out that when you put the word attitude, as in you write the alphabet out, attitude, which is spelled ATTITUDE, and then you put the numbers that make up the alphabet. The alphabet has 26 numbers. There are 26 in number. So by the time you put the numbers that are attached to each letter, so for example, you have A is number 1, T is attached to the number 20, it is the 20th letter. So when you spell attitude and put the numbers that are attached to those letters, do you know that calculating it fully, it comes to 100? So if you want to be elevated, if you want to go high in all that you do in your home, if you want to view yourself positively, and to be promoted and to be increased, which is your altitude, then your attitude would take you there. And I'm sure I mean the right attitude. So attitude is everything. Your attitude in whatever you engage in at home, in your family, will determine your altitude in life, how far you will go. What you really do counts. Always have that in mind. Never doubt what you can do. Never doubt the things you are doing. And never be in doubt that the rewards would trickle in. You might not be seeing it today, but that doesn't mean we should give up, because as we keep working at it, as we keep improving, as we keep resting, as we keep doing everything we know well, the one that gives the increase, the one that brings the harvest, will definitely not leave you out. So remember, what you do really counts. Thanks for joining us this week on At Home with Ifeno. Check us out on Instagram at Ifeno17. As always, subscribe to the show to catch every new episode and leave us a review so we can continue to bring you fresh content. See you next in 2 weeks' time.